Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Running in Circles podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about being more responsible and taking responsibility of our own life. And joining me in this episode are two people who are making a second or third appearance, I guess. Please welcome to the podcast, Dhruthi.
Hello, everyone. I think it's my second appearance, probably CV's third appearance,
Yes,
but
hi.
nice to be here again. Thank you.
Yeah, and Dhruthi already
Uh,
introduced, but officially introducing, we also have Vaishnavi joining us, aka CV.
Hi guys. No, I think this is my second podcast too. So it's nice to be back.
Welcome back to both of you. So taking more responsibilities. So of course, being people in our young 20s, we're going through so many experiences every year, and you know, now is the time where becoming more responsibility, we're taking more responsibility for our actions, and we're facing the consequences of our actions as well. So in what ways are you taking more responsibility these days? Starting with you, C.
I guess I could say, like, since I moved away from my family, I'm taking more responsibility, like for myself, doing my own things, and like small things like washing my clothes, making sure they're all ironed before I go to work and all that. So I guess in that way, I'm taking more responsibility. Like at home, you're free. Like everything is like kind of done for you. It's like everything is set
Yeah,
in place. So
yeah,
I guess yeah, that way I've been taking responsibility.
yeah. What about you, Dhruti?
so I have moved abroad to do a master's degree, and I've moved away from home as well. And I guess the similar things apply for me as well. Cooking, cleaning, all of that is there, of course. Majorly also responsibility in terms of my finances, managing things, maintaining a financial record, something I've never done up till now.
Wait, so
So
so you
things
so you
like that.
maintain how much you're spending? Like, how do you maintain it? Do you maintain it every day or every month?
Excel
Or
sheet.
Excel sheet?
Yeah, I have an Excel sheet, and whenever I purchase something, I put it on that Excel sheet just to have
Nice.
a record of what where the money is going. So things like that. And other than financially, I also feel like after coming here, being at home, being around family, that was a different kind of experience. But staying alone, you have to take at home. I used to sit down for work at 11 a.m. till
Hmm.
9 p.m.
Hmm.
And in between, my mom would cook lunch. She would cut fruits and bring them for me.
Oh,
And
that is
my
heaven.
brother or my dad used to make tea in the evening.
Oh,
So
that's heaven.
yeah, so these kind of things. After coming here, I realized that I need to take responsibility for not only my finances and my time management and things like that, but also I realized my own health and my own well-being. The responsibility for that also is in my own hands right now.
Yeah.
So, trying to wake up early, maintain a proper sleep schedule, trying to eat on time, eat healthy stuff, trying not to binge on junk. All these things,
Hmm.
it's easier to do at home when you have people to keep you
Yeah.
accountable around you.
Yeah.
Now you have to take responsibility for your own health and well-being. So
Yeah.
it's a continuous learning curve, but we're getting
Correct.
there.
Absolutely. To like continue to what you said, at home, like it's just so much better, as you said, you get chai at 4 o'clock, you get fruits break somewhere in the middle, and you're not again, like if you're doing this again when you're um I also finished my master's degree recently, and I was also away from home. So uh, I relate to what you say. And like when you're alone, you're not thinking actively that, Are chalo, at 4 o'clock I'll have um, you know, fruits or something. You first of all think, can I survive? Do I need to cook? Can I make it till bed without cooking? Can I just, can I just make something ready to eat? Just heat food
Like when
and
you're alone, it becomes about survival rather than comfort.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
you're trying to say, I think.
and
Mm.
it takes so much effort to like plan out your day, work on it, and actually like, you know, actually
Execute
make
all the
it work,
things.
actually execute
Yeah.
all the things. Like again, like it's even for cooking, for example. Like, of course, like default instinct is just, survive and eat something
Mm.
junk. But even that's not very healthy. And so if you want to eat healthy, then again you have to like plan out ki arey chalo, I'll have to buy this thing from supermarket. I'll have to spend 1.5 hours on cooking and then consume it all within like 10-15 minutes. It takes so much effort. Yeah, of course you don't think it, of course sometimes you do doubt whether it's not if
Worth
whether
it.
it's worth it or
Mm.
not. Like I can just order food and everything. But again, like ordering food is not bad at all. But you're gonna spend way more money on that.
Just
And
that
I
we
don't think
might
as
not,
It's that
students,
might not be as
conscious.
healthy as cooking.
and I don't think we
Yeah, I mean,
have.
it's that conscious decision that you're going to make that no, I
Hmm,
want to be healthy. And that is where
huh,
the responsibility part comes in, where you're
yeah.
taking responsibility that, okay, I need to eat healthy so that,
Hmm,
the consequences of that I
hmm.
will see later in my life.
Yeah,
So,
and as you said, like when I initially moved, or like when I was initially setting up myself abroad, I used to do Excel sheet, and I used to track my expenses and everything. Uh, but again, even that takes, like, if you're doing it daily, again, that takes like 10-15 minutes of your time daily. So what I've started doing now is just like check your balance in the month end, check the income, check the outcome. And if you think the outcome is under your limit, good. But if you think it's excess, then I know what changes I need to make to, save some money. Um, so yeah, um, that's what I think. But again, like what recent experiences that you can recall specifically that have made you more responsible? Um, Personally, I feel like one big change that happened to my life recently was, my sister getting married. Of course, like when that thing was happening, I was not um, you know I didn't think that it would have a big impact. I thought, okay, of course I can talk to her daily. Of course, everything will be
right,
normal. But there were so many, what do you say, outcomes, or
changes.
like so many changes that have happened since
Changes.
then. Yeah. So, for the context, I have an elder sister, and she got married. So what had happened was, you know, she moved. She's settled now in Australia, and being the younger um, person in the house, um, by default, family would, what do you say, think the elder one is more responsible, and they would share more things with the elder one than the younger one. But because the elder one is gone, so now family sort of, not, what do you say, it's like a natural, what do you say,
They started
passing of the
relying on you
yeah,
more.
passing of the
Mm.
baton kind of thing. So
Mm.
they know that they consult me over few decisions of the house,
Mm.
and even I sort of give my own inputs about what I think should be done in the house, those sort of things. So again, it's like, um again, like, and there are times that they would have to tell something against like her, but you know like I would like, instead of telling
Situation
it
is different.
directly to her, I would be the
Mm.
one to tell it to her.
So they're
um
going through you, like you'll become the mediator type.
yeah, not the mediator type. It's like, what do you say, what do you say, it's like, parents and grandparents, they're not,
Mm.
what do you say, okay, I think we're getting very deep now, but they're
We're
not,
diverging from the topic, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, they're not, what do you
Yeah.
say, they're not going to be around forever, let's just say that. So, but siblings are going to be forever in your
Yes.
lifetime. So so that's why it's important that sibling relationship is the strongest, right? So
Mm.
to ensure that the sibling relationship is the strongest, that's why these things are happening.
Mm.
um yeah, so again, the changes that I went through after my sister's wedding, that was uh you know that was like a big change in me. That, and again, like with my sister's marriage, I sort of know that, it's again, like she's very happily married, um And seeing her happily married is like, you also want that, right? Like, even that in the future that this is what I want. She recently bought a car, and I think next year she'll be getting herself a dog as well. And then of course,
Lovely.
she'll also start her own family soon. So all these things are like very what do you say, admirable. And you also sort of crave that array, how in the future this is what I want. I want financial stability. I want to be with the person that I think is
Watching
perfect.
watching her become more responsible in life inspires you to do the same.
Yeah, like she's put in the hard work, and now she's
She's
getting the
reaping
fruits
the
of it.
benefits.
Yeah, she's getting the benefits of it. So it's just these things. So again, these are things that I would also want, and like I also want to get there someday. So that's that is a big change that happened recently. What about you guys?
Ruby, wanna go first?
Yeah, I think there was a big change in my life. Like, I was actually like job hunting for almost a year. So from that to like actually getting a job and like working for like 9 hours straight. Like when you're at home, you're just in your comfort zone. You can do whatever you want whenever. But actually going to the office, like the whole being responsible, waking up early, making sure you reach on time every single day, then making sure you're finishing the tasks or whatever that you're assigned. It's a big change for someone who just used to sleep whenever they wanted, ate whenever they wanted. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like my
remember.
life has been like a
Yeah, I remember when I
yeah,
used to message you on like US morning times. No, US afternoon times. You would still be awake, and like
yeah.
it'll be IST 3 o'clock, 3 a.m., 2 a.m. times.
Now that's like I can't even think of doing that. Now I'm like asleep by like 12 max. Like for the past 1 week, I've been sleeping at like 10:30, and I've been feeling like such a grandma. But then I'm
Yeah,
like
like
thinking,
it's like I think we're
uh,
very like we're wired into believing sleeping at 10:30 is uncool. We're wired into believing having dinner
yeah,
at 7 is uncool.
because our parents have so many responsibilities throughout the day, they do that, and then they sleep at that time. So we always, when we were younger, our parents were not that cool. But as we get older, we're like, okay, completely understand
We
why
are
they did that.
uncool is cool. It's fine.
Yeah, boring is cool. Like,
Boring is cool.
boring
Yeah.
is the best.
I think this is the whole early 20s to mid 20s transition.
Uh,
So, what all of us are going through. I guess
Yeah,
we're all turning 25 this year, so yay
yeah.
to that.
not me. I
And
don't think so. I
a
think just
little later.
you.
Yeah. Like
Only
until
me?
He's also
only
2000
you.
born.
Yeah.
One.
We have one more year until turning
I
For
25.
see.
everything.
No, it's okay.
We're only a
But
couple of dozens right now.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. But
Well, for
yeah,
me,
like, uh, go on, go on.
yeah, so coming to the question for me, I think obviously the major experience, as I just mentioned, was moving abroad, especially because during my school days, high school, bachelor's, I have done everything from home in the same city. So moving to a foreign country for a master's degree has obviously been a very major change for me. I think what I've realized after coming here, being in a foreign country and being able to pursue this master's degree has made me realize that there's a certain amount of privilege that comes with it. Not everybody is able to do this. I realize I speak to college friends and peers of mine, and I realize that on some level I am privileged to have been able to move and to be doing this degree right now and pursuing my field of interest. And with that privilege, I feel comes a certain level of responsibility because your parents have sent you here with a certain degree of trust in your
Faith, yeah.
abilities. You have
Investment,
come here with yeah, definitely a monetary investment as well as emotional in every kind of
everything,
investing.
yeah.
So Yeah, so when you've come here, you have the responsibility to prove to them and to yourself that, you made the right decision, they made the right decision. So
Yeah.
you want to do well, you want to excel, and that is definitely, I think, a big responsibility right now. And I am going through that, and I really feel like I want to make the most of all of these opportunities that I'm given, because I'm really grateful to have them.
Yeah. Um, yeah, absolutely relate on like, moving abroad to pursue education is actually like, again, it's such a big decision. But like, you would have taken, you may or may not have taken a loan, but you have invested so much of your time, effort for like 2 years, going to another country, being away from family. They have put so much trust and investment to like see your to help you get the tools that they probably didn't have during their time. uh,
Exactly. They want us. Our parents had an
mhm,
entirely different kind of upbringing. For them, the scenario was entirely
mhm,
different. They had
mhm,
parents who they needed to care for, and they couldn't make these kind of decisions. We are
mhm.
fortunate enough that our parents are financially
Uh-huh.
stable, that we are able to
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
do
they're still
things
able
for
to support
ourselves.
us in our 20s. That
Yeah,
is like great.
which
yeah,
they couldn't do because they became our
yeah,
fathers
yeah,
became the main
yeah,
breadwinners of their family
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
in
they
our
correct.
age.
Yeah, they started earning at some 18, because at that time it was like a necessity. And we are what, 24, 25, and they're still supporting us in one way, which is still like, again, it's such a
Which is
big
what I
deal.
said. It's a privilege. Not
And
everybody
again,
feels.
like, yeah, this, so, and sort of moving on to the next part, which is like, uh, since they've put so much trust and faith in us, you sort of want to repay them back. Not in term, again, money, in terms of money is bare minimum, but like you want to repay them like in other ways, like help them, what do you say, have like help them enjoy like retirement and stuff, like
Yeah, make them have like experiences that they'll remember,
yeah, like,
stuff like that.
yeah, just make them, again, you just want to see your parents happy
Make
at the
them
end.
proud of you.
Make them, yeah, make them proud of you. You want them to not worry about you anymore. They want, I mean, you want to be financially, of course, you want to be financially independent, but also take care of them now, because they took
Yeah.
such great care of you. So
Hmm.
what other types of responsibilities are also there that you guys have taken up?
Well, I
Like
think I've
recently.
already spoken extensively about the
Hmm.
financial responsibilities as well as
Hmm.
emotional and my own emotional and
Hmm.
physical well-being
Hmm.
responsibilities.
Hmm.
Um, Other than that, I think, as you just mentioned correctly, the responsibilities emotionally we have towards our family, be it our parents as well as our siblings. And now I am an older sister. I have a younger brother. So I definitely have the responsibility of being a good role model for him, being somebody that he might want to look up to, being somebody that he can trust, come to with his problems or any help he needs in life. I want to be that person for him.
Hmm.
I have a responsibility towards my parents. As you mentioned, not just financially, but we want to be there for them in ways
Hmm.
that they have been there for us throughout our
Hmm.
lives so
Hmm.
far. And now that I've moved abroad, I'm away from them. That responsibility increases because now you want to make sure that you're there for them even from a distance.
Hmm.
So you want to be very much part of things that are happening back home and fulfill your role and responsibility even though you're here. And as I'm very close to my mother, and I always, it's I always make sure that I never make her feel like she misses me too much. I try my best to talk to her twice a day, sometimes even thrice a day on weekends.
That's nice. Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
That's nice
so
because,
it's
again, I do a similar thing. Like, again, this is not something that a lot of people do. Like, a lot of people, when they come here, they probably talk, again, probably 40%. Again, these stats are not obvious, of course, but 40%, 50% people don't talk to their parents like once a week. they'd probably talk like when it's necessary or something. Again, like it's totally fine if like it's not a rule or
That's
something,
their
but
choice.
that's
But for
yeah.
me
But for
personally,
me, again, like I want to, talk to them every day. Again, because I know, like, of course, sometimes I may not have time to call them, but I know the call is much more important to them than it is to me. So because it's much important to them, you sort of make it a deal.
exactly, that is your responsibility. It's your
Hmm.
responsibility to make the time for
Hmm.
them because you know how much they are waiting for that call of yours and how much they want to talk to you.
Yeah, it's again like when I'm super busy, I just tell them that I'm calling you guys, but 2 minutes only because I got work to do. So again, see if it's 2 minutes, then then they're also understand. They understand that of course you're very busy and you have something going on. So yeah, this certain period of time, if it's 2 minutes a day, then that's fine. But when you're not doing again, when you're not that busy, then you can talk to them 20 minutes a day. That's totally cool. CV, what about you?
Yeah, actually, when I did my diploma in Singapore, so that was the first time I was staying away from family for that long. So that time I guess I was just so excited to be somewhere new. I kind of forgot to call them. But now it's very different because I was at home for a year while I was like job hunting. So I got
Mm,
really close to my grandparents. So my grandparents live with me. So I got
mm,
really close to them. Like the whole day I used to spend with them. So obviously. And then I saw how my mom took care of her parents as well and how my dad helped her. So, like seeing her take that responsibility, I was like, if she's doing this much for her parents, giving a call is like nothing.
yeah.
So I made it a thing. I made it a thing. See, after I come here, I call her at least once a day at least.
Mm,
That's like minimum. So
mm,
when I'm on the way to office, I'll give my dad a call. He'll be on the way to work as well. So I'll give after I talk to him for like 15-20 minutes, then I'll give my mom a call
mm,
and then my sister and then my grandparents. So that
mm.
way, like I don't even feel the travel time. It's just like
Yeah.
we don't really talk about much. It's just like what are you doing? Did you
Yeah,
eat?
you talk about
It's
nothing to
very
them.
simple,
Okay, like,
basic conversation.
okay, what did
But
you
you
eat?
just
Where are
feel
you
so much
going?
lighter after that. You know,
Yeah.
feels good.
Similar. Like again, I'm closer to my grandparents than I am to parents. I think that's just a thing. So,
Mm,
so like again, when I was at home, when I go to Bangalore for a few visits, I spend a lot of time
mm,
with my grandparents than my parents because again, parents are working and
working.
they are
Mm.
busy and everything. So you're at home with your grandparents. So I just go home and like play Ludo with them. And I sort of incite fake fights with my grandparents and with my grandfather and my grandma. I'm like, हाँ देखो, the grandfather will kill all grandmother's what do you say, the things. So it's just
Bond.
it's fun. Again, it'll be fake fights and it's not real or anything. So yeah, it's
It's
just
just
these
teasing.
yeah, just
Yeah.
teasing. It's fun. Yeah, but again, because the time zones are different, right? For
Mm,
for a lot of people. So like when I wake up, I call them because they sleep
mm,
early. So I call them like twice a day. With my sister, as you said, it's just when she's commuting, I'll give her a call and we'll talk about nothing for like and we'll talk about nothing until her bus comes. But once her bus comes, then I drop off the call.
mm,
So it's yeah, it's just, you talk to people when you're doing nothing.
mm. Yeah,
I think
that's the
speaking
best
of
conversation.
Mm,
I think speaking of emotional responsibility, of course, there's a responsibility towards your family, but I feel like as you grow older, there's a certain responsibility that you have towards maintaining friendships as well, because the older you grow, the more difficult it becomes to maintain friends. When you're in school and college, you're seeing these people every day,
Every
and
day.
you have things to talk about every
mm,
day.
mm,
But now when you're on
mm,
different paths and you're doing different things, it is difficult, and you have to put in the effort, and there's a certain responsibility from your side that you reach out to them, ask them, hey, are you okay, what's up with you, from
Mm,
time to time.
mm,
And I feel like that also is a certain kind of emotional responsibility that you have to
mm.
fulfill from time to
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
another thing which I don't think we've talked about is career responsibility. Uh, and I think again, going off as CV said, she took almost a year to find a job, right? So like the market right now is just so bad that you have to put in so much effort to like you know
Well,
to
Just to
see
stand in
for your
interview.
career. Yeah, like it
Mm.
takes effort to actually apply to jobs. It takes effort to talk to people. It takes effort to make a resume, improve your resume, and all of this is not. It's not again. It's
It's considered bare minimum,
yeah, like
which is sad.
you want that dream job of yours, you need to put in the hours. Again, the hours
Mm.
is variable for different people. For some people might get it within 10 hours of effort, some people might get in 1,000 hours of effort.
Mm.
But you know, that responsibility is still on you. Uh,
Yeah.
so
It's like in school and college, we still had our parents behind us. Like to some extent, they used to
hmm,
push us to do
hmm,
better, to be
huh,
better, and to
huh,
make sure we have our things ready and on time. But
hmm,
as and when we're growing older, there's like they don't have to do that for us anymore. We are
hmm,
taking that responsibility
yeah.
ourselves, making sure that
Hmm. But
we are getting things done. Yeah,
yeah, again, getting a job is not like doing a homework. Doing a homework
it's not.
is like it's like a deadline. Like, it's due
Yeah,
within a week. You
yeah.
just put the effort, you will get the result. But you know, it is so much different
Job is
to
like
get a
you're
job. There are
permanently responsible for certain things.
yeah,
So,
yeah, like there are way too many variables. Effort doesn't result. The effort is not
it
equatable
doesn't
to the outcome.
result. Yeah.
But it's only but one thing is for sure, the effort will have an outcome. When is the outcome and all those things not defined.
If you
And
keep
then
thinking about that, it's just a big headache. You just put
yeah,
in the effort and you'll just see what happens.
yeah. And then of course, like uh it's not fair also. Like, you know, some people will get it easily, some people won't get it easily. You think your resume is better than the other one, but the other person would have gotten a job elsewhere. And a lot of things will also come into picture. Like, you'll start comparing yourself to others. You'll start feeling
Mhm.
depressed about their success, which is not fair.
But it still happens.
Yeah, it still happens. You start looking around your shoulders, you see people getting ahead of you, and that disappoints you.
I
And
mean,
it'll sting you.
You
especially
feel
for
like you're not
me,
doing
since I
good
was,
enough.
Hmm.
especially for me, since I was changing the field, so all of my friends, they did BTech engineering. So they all started working around 21. But I got my first, like, I did an internship during BTech, but my first official job is like at 24, which
Yeah.
is like a big gap because I took a year to do the diploma, then I took 6 months in between, then a year to get a job.
Hmm.
So what you were saying, I really felt that, especially when I was job hunting, because I used to see people posting on LinkedIn.
Post. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Like, huh.
congratulate this person for starting work here. Congratulate them.
Yeah.
This person
Yeah.
started here. So that
Yeah.
was like really tough to get through.
Yeah.
But
You start looking over your shoulders, you realize, Arey, you're being a loser.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then you learn that, Arey, nahi, just focus on your path, and your path will
Mhm.
lead you
You
somewhere.
realize you just have to be uh, sure of what you're doing. Just make
Hmm.
sure you're satisfied with the effort you're putting in. You know
Hmm.
what you're doing is good enough, and just make sure you're giving your best. That's all you
Yeah.
can do at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's more of like a
So,
mindset shift. Especially what I've
mm,
learned after coming here is I feel like um, you need to take responsibility and initiative, more importantly, for things that you consider important, which may not be the same as other people. And ultimately, it's what you're doing is so that you can learn and so that you can gain experience. And that, I think, is what is the most important thing to keep in mind.
Yeah. All right then. Any last words before we close out this episode?
I think last words is just taking responsibility, or rather learning to take responsibility in adulthood is a very long, very twisted roller coaster, and it's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of failures, and picking yourself up, a lot of self-doubt, breakdowns, everything before the ride goes smoothly. So yeah, we're on that journey, and let's see where it takes us.
Yeah.
I
CV,
think
anything?
Dhruthi put it very well.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I don't think it's ever going to be smooth. It's just going to be ups and downs, roller coaster. But I think we'll all get through it. Yeah, I think I'm I'm pretty sure. Like, we've done so much in our life. We are taking on new responsibilities, and I think we're doing it all very well. So we got this.
Yeah, I think there's only success and like learnings. There's no failure. Whenever whenever there is failures, the learning is this is not working, move on to the next one. And when the right job, or like when the right job comes, then you'll realize that all this was worth it. That had to not happen so that this could happen.
Yeah. Not just with the job, just anything in general in life.
Yeah, just anything in
You
general.
think you want something, but you always get something better.
Yeah. All right then. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.